Good morning, liveweatherblogs.com meteorologist Bob here for you with today's tropical update for Sunday, August 22nd, 2010. The big news today, we were watching tropical depression number 6 that developed out in the eastern Atlantic yesterday. As of the 5 a.m. advisory, it's located at 12.1 north, 33.4 west. Maximum sustained winds at 35 miles an hour and movement is west-northwest at 9. Pretty much on the threshold of becoming Tropical Storm Danielle. I'll show you the satellite view in a minute here. But here's the official forecast track by the National Hurricane Center. Takes it on this west-northwest motion for the next couple days. And then we'll be watching for a little upper trough located, look, right now it's located, I'll show you on a satellite view where it is, but once it gets to about 45-50 west, we'll see a little bit of a turn to the northwest. And then it's in here where things get a little sketchy. National Hurricane Center does bring this up to a hurricane by about Wednesday, and that's about right. I expect to see this become a hurricane in about 96 hours as conditions are very favorable out to the west and northwest of this system. And then in here, this is where it's going to get sketchy. Does it move a little farther west? It's going to be two troughs. First trough, which I'll show you on a satellite view in a moment here, that's going to start bringing this up to the west-northwest and then northwest. And then we'll have another trough exiting off the east coast early this week. If this slows down here, it's going to be in this weakness here. As it catches this weakness, it's going to tend to slow down in here. Now, does it get picked up by this trough that's going to be moving off the east coast and then through the western Atlantic and shove it more this way? Or does it have to move a little farther west away for the next trough? And that's going to have implications for Bermuda and then also for Nova Scotia and Newfoundland in the Canadian Maritimes. How farther east-west it gets till it hooks out to sea is going to be as it gets closer. And even New England, you know, you never know with these systems. So definitely going to be watching this still in the next few days. Okay, satellite loop, here it is. You can see center still exposed a little bit to the east. A lot of easterly shear still here at about 15 to 20 knots. Definitely better environment as this moves west, so it's pretty close to a tropical storm today. I expect to see Tropical Storm Danielle by later today, definitely by tomorrow. All it needs is this center to get more involved into this convection. You can see it's starting to blow up here a little bit. So once this shear weakens, as this moves off to the west-northwest, we'll see this become a tropical storm. And this is what I was showing you. This is the upper level low here. And this is going to be that first movement to get it start shoving off to the more to the northwest here, saving the islands from any effects from this system. This will not be affecting the Leeward Islands, Puerto Rico, anywhere in this area here. So this will be the first one to get it going. Then once it gets into this area, we'll have to wait for that second trough to be moving across the western Atlantic and see if it does move it up this way or does this continue farther west. So that's where, and this isn't until the end of the week out here, so a long way off for any implications west of here. We'll be watching this all week. Here's our layer wind analysis. This is the subtropical high to the north that's going to be steering it west-northwest. Then that upper level low is going to put a little dent in this and create a little weakness right in here. And that's going to kind of shove it off to more to the northwest, slow down. Then we're going to be waiting for this trough to move east. And does it catch it, really move it off to the north quickly and maybe even miss Bermuda altogether, or does it move it more farther west and then move it? So that's what we're going to be watching for by the end of the week. And then here's the wind shear. As you can see, our system's right here. Still some easterly shear at about 15 to 20 knots. But then all in this area, very light wind shear right in here. And this is once it gets away from this easterly shear and moves into this area in the next, by about 3 days from now, about 96 hours, we'll see it become a hurricane. Possibly even a major hurricane. We'll have to see once it gets out here. If it does slow down and sit slower for a little bit, we could get major hurricane status well northeast of the islands. We'll have to be watching for some shear from that trough as it moves across the western Atlantic. So we'll have to see, but it does have the possibility of getting close to a major hurricane out here. All right, model runs. These are all the different model runs from the, this is South Water Management District. These are 0Z and 6Z model runs. You can see we have moved a little left in the forecast tracks here as some of these models aren't quickly, but as you can see, the latest BAM runs, and these are the green ones from 60, have shifted a little farther right again. So again, going to see a lot of this flip-flopping back and forth with the models as a system starts getting itself together. Again, this is going to have a lot to do with strength of this system and speed, whether it takes that, really catches that trough quickly or moves a little farther west. Those are our unknowns right now. So we'll see these models flipping back and forth. I would say that the trend would be to move it a little farther left and a little farther west in time. Intensity models from Clark Evans, and you can see I'm a big follower of the LGEM model, and you can see it right in here, bringing it pretty close to a major hurricane towards the end of the period here in about 3 to 4 days. So we'll be watching for that. But you can see all the models really cranking this system up as wind shear looks to be pretty light. Okay, specific model runs. I'm going to go for the western outliers first, and then we'll move east. So HWRF continuing more towards the west here, and a weaker system as well. Again, slower, weaker, would move it farther west, and that's what the HWRF is showing. No Gaps has been the same way, farther west with its runs. It's been like this since it started initiating on this system, so farther west there. Here we go, Euro model. You gotta love the Euro. It's just that little flip-flopping model, and you remember yesterday it was way east. So now today it decides, well, this was from 0Z, it decides we're gonna go west again. And much slower too. I mean, this is a 10-day model run, and you can see even by day number 10, it's still not even just nearing Bermuda here. So again, flip-flopping. We'll see which way this is going to go. Will it catch the troughs? Will it want to go a little farther west? One of our biggest eastern outliers is the GFDL. Kind of have to discount this. The GFDL is known for this quick poleward movement, so I really don't see this happening this far east. Same thing with the Canadian model. They really want to bring things farther north quicker. Those models are known for that. So you're going to have to, I would definitely discount this. It's not going to go this farther east. I'd be more towards, right now, more towards Bermuda. Definitely Bermuda. You're going to have to watch this system. And then again, don't forget our Canadian folks. I have a lot of Canadian followers, and we always seem to forget about them in the mix. But again, Nova Scotia, which I've been corrected on, and Nova Scotia and Newfoundland, they stick out here. So you have to watch this if it comes a little. And then, New England. Could New England still be in the mix here? Never know. So, again, have to watch all of that carefully here. And then we have our GFS model. It's been trending a little farther east with a little farther west with each run, getting closer to Bermuda here. And then here it goes. Look at this. Little dance pretty close to New England and then out to sea. So, again, long way off, but you can see the trend has been to push these a little farther west, and I think that trend will continue, and that's why still have to keep our guard up, especially Bermuda, New England, and then Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, all in this area. Really have to keep our eye on it. I still don't see this coming straight west and affecting the southeast coast, mid-Atlantic. Just can't see that happening. Not with each of these troughs coming down. Even after this second trough, we even have a third trough that's going to be moving off the east coast as well late next week. So again, eventually this is going to go out to sea. But when? That's the fact. How far west does it get before it goes out to sea? So we'll be watching that all week here. And real quickly, off the African coast, watching another system moving off there. We'll be watching this one carefully. And in our wider view here, again, during the week, we're going to be watching this trough split. Could something develop out here across the southeast and move into the Gulf? Also watching maybe development off the east coast as well this week. Upper level low here will not develop. That's it for today. I will have another tropical update for you guys tomorrow morning. Everybody have a happy Sunday, and stay tuned to liveweatherblogs.com for the latest updates.